Hello, welcome if you're new. Thanks for coming back if you came back. Today's video is about doing makeup on my mature face for every day. This is something I would wear every day to the office if I was going out to shopping, doing whatever, just an everyday makeup look. Even working from home, I would do something like this. So if you'd like to see how I put it together, follow along. So I always start with brows. I don't know, it just feels like if my brows aren't on, I can't really get a feel for the look. I use this, I have my contacts in, and I'm using this 10 times magnifying mirror so I can see, because you know, I can't see very well without all of these helpful things. So because this is just an everyday going to the office, I'm not gonna go like cuckoo bananas with the brows. I'm using, this is the Sephora brow pen, and so this is the Rare Beauty. This is an under eye corrector, and it's sort of in this like sort of a really light peachy shade. So I'm just gonna go in. I have a mirror over here too that I'm using so I can see, because I'm filming with my camera. I'm not sure how other people do it. I struggle to see in this small mirror lens of my camera. So there, so that just sort of brightened up the under eye. I've already done my skincare. I have sunscreen on. I used some niacinamide this morning. This is the e.l.f. Halo Glow, so I'm gonna go in with this, and I'm just gonna, this is just gonna be my, it's almost has a blurring effect, and at the same time it's highlighting. Something that's got some pearl in it, or a little bit of glow, it's going to bounce light off of your face. And so it takes away, it takes the light away from the texture in your skin, if that makes any sense at all. This is my favorite, one of my favorite skin tints that I've ever tried. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude. It's the hyaluronic tinted serum. Because it's got this sort of, only thing I don't love, again, the only thing I don't love is the dropper, because it just gets covered in the stuff, and I have way too much here. So I'm just going to take a little bit, I always have a towel. I'm just going to take a little bit of that off and start blending that out with this. This is like a stipple brush. This is the same brush I use to apply the e.l.f. Halo Glow, which I like doing. I like using this brush, the same brush, for both things, because whatever of the glow product is left ends up mixing with your foundation. One of the things I do, just me, is I have my close-up mirror, and I always check the pores on my nose, because for some reason stuff wants to settle in the pores on my nose. I'm not sure why. Maybe because they're bigger. That's what happens when you get older. Love the finish of this skin tint. Perfect amount of coverage for everything. I'm going to do a little bit of concealer under the eye, not much. This is the Rare Beauty concealer. I'm just going to do 2 little dots on either side. And then I always use my ring fingers to blend under the eye. And again, I have too much, so I'll wipe a little bit off. I didn't really need a lot of concealer, I don't think, under the eye, but I just wanted to have it there. Sometimes when you do a little bit lighter, and notice I'm going up like this, it kind of will give the face a little bit of a lift. There, that's pretty good. Next is blush and bronzer. So the Rare Beauty bronzer stick, and this is in the shade Good Energy. So this is a good shade for, it's kind of, it's a wee bit orange, but it blends out so nice that you don't even notice. So I'm not like underneath here for bronze. I'm like right, literally right on the top of my cheekbone. Right on the top of my cheekbone. And then I'm just doing a little bit here. And that's it. The denser the product, the denser the brush. So this is a fairly dense brush, and I'm just going to blend this out. So, and I'm blending it above, not below, so that should lift give a more of a lift to the face. Instead of doing it below where you kind of drag down your face by doing it below. I'm going to run a little wee bit on my nose, just because bronzer is meant to do what the sun would do. A lot of people, I see a lot of people saying, blend it all the way into your hairline and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? I don't get a suntan in my hairline. I don't know if you guys do. So I'll blend it up as close as I can. But because of this white, I don't want to get it all in my white hair, right? So for blush, I'm going to use the same brush. This is from Rare Beauty, and it's called the Stay Vulnerable Melting Blush. This is, like, their other liquid blushes get, you know, all the hype, which is great because they are great brushes. This one is slept on. Like, this is a beautiful blush. So this color is called Nearly Mauve, and I love this shade for everyday. So I'm just taking a little bit on my brush, and I'm going to just start here on this part of my cheek. And I kind of go in a circle. This is how I apply my blush. And I'm just trying to blend it with the bronzer. So go back in with a little bit more. I generally don't use enough blush because I don't like a big blushy cheek. It's just not my thing. I love it on other people, but not on myself. So I'm trying to be a little bit more aware and do a little bit more. Again, what a great shade for everyday. Just always kind of do a little wee bit on the forehead, a little bit on the chin, just to keep it together. What a perfect shade for everyday. So my go-to eyeshadows for everyday come from Phytosurgence. So they're called the Floresence. This one is called Deeply Rooted. This is the shade. It looks very goldish brown, but it's like a one and done because it has I don't know, you'll see, watch. So I'm taking this is a small fluffy brush, and I'm just swirling it in here because it's sort of a cream type of product, cream to powder, I don't know. Very unique. This brand is a very small indie brand from Canada, and they work out of their home in Vancouver, BC. So I've got that on the brush, and then I'm just going to start not in here, but just above my crease right here, and then I'm just going to work it down. And then because I got lots on the brush, I'm just going to go back and forth. Now I'm going to wipe a little bit of it off because I have too much. It's not a big deal. That's why we have a towel. We wipe it off, and then I'm going to start blending that. And up, sort of, like pulling the eye up and out. This is a great everyday shade for sure. Okay, so there's that. Now, if I want to add a little bit of dimension, which I do, I'm going to take a little bit more, and I'm just going to go, not up here again, I'm just going to kind of stick it into the socket. Anything you want to push back in space, it has to be dark. If you want to bring it forward in space, it has to be light. And I'm just pushing it into the socket of my eye, just to add a little bit of depth and dimension there. And you know what I mean? Just to add a little bit of depth. So because it is only one shade, it's very monochrome, but we can create dimension by making it darker in some spots than in others. Having some trouble with my camera. It tilt. Anyway, you don't need to know. You don't care. It's not that you don't need to know. You don't care. As I was saying, going in with my artist pencil from Makeup Forever in Dimensional Dark Brown, and I'm basically just going to tight line, but at the same time getting in between my lashes, because again, going to the office today. And I just want a little bit of, and then at the outer corner, I'm just going to do a little bit of a wing. Like, it's just the smallest thing that you'll ever see. There. Just like that. Again, sort of tight lining mostly just getting the color in between my lashes. You know what I need? I need a mirror, like a magnifying mirror that's small. And then it won't take up all the space in the shot when I'm trying to film. Brown will always make your blue eyes pop if you have blue eyes. Just like that. So you can see I've done the eye, and now I feel like I need a little bit more blush. So I'm going to go back in and add a little bit more color here. This blush formula is very unique. Like, it feels, it's a cream, but it feels like it dries to a powder. It's really cool. There, we add a little bit more color. I like it. My favorite, I do like to wear brown mascara again for something that's casual and everyday because it's a lot softer. This is the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara in the shade Chocolate. My favorite brown mascara at the moment. So I'm just going to go in and add some mascara. Hopefully not get it all over my face, which is what I tend to do. I'm just looking down and then blinking onto the wand to try to avoid, see, I've already got it all over underneath here. Oh well. Anyway, I'm gonna put on my mascara and I'll be back. So my favorite lip for kind of every day is this collab that Elf did with Jennifer Coolidge. I'm gonna kind of bring it in a bit. So my lips are very weirdly shaped and my mouth is very small. They open into my mouth. I've had a little bit of filler. My top lip and my bottom lip, I actually had it done last week. Had it topped up last week. I really like it because I feel like what it did was sort of smooth out the fine lines that I had. Oh, my eye's watering. Frig. Sort of smooth out the fine lines that I had around my top lip. I was a smoker for many, many, many years. And that is why I ended up with all those fine lines. This is the lipstick. Look how pretty that is. What a pretty shade. I'm going to go into the middle. I like to kind of tap it in. Oh my gosh. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. And then there's a gloss. This is a plumping gloss actually, which I don't really need, but I do like this gloss because look at how pretty the color is. Look. Isn't that gorgeous? And then I just a little bit in the middle. The thing about lip gloss is it actually does make your lips look bigger. I try to put it a little up high in the middle on the Cupid's bow. Perfect for every day, this lip. Unreal. I'm going to go in now with a little bit of highlight. This is the KJH brand Hyper Shine. So it comes with, you get the product in a pot, and then it actually has a gloss as well. Today I'm not going to use the gloss. I'm just going to use, this is in the shade Light Pink. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my finger. You need very little. And watch this. And you just get that little pop right there. Perfect. Perfect little pop of glow. I can feel this lip gloss starting to tingle my lippies. I'm going to go here. And then I always do a little bit on the end of my nose. Now, I don't generally powder. It depends on how glowy I am. Right now, I feel like I'm just the right amount of glowy, so I don't need to powder. But I do, though, for every day, especially because I'm going to the office, I'm going to be gone till the majority of the day. I'm going to go in with a setting spray, and this one is one of my favorites. This is the Maven Beauty Rose Water Setting Spray. It just sets your makeup without, it doesn't add like shine or anything like that. Just sets the makeup and whew. This is what I would do to go to the office every day. It took me maybe, I have a clock over there, maybe 20 minutes total. The video is obviously edited down a bit. If you like this video, I'd love it if you could just give it a like. That would be amazing. And if you want to subscribe to see more videos like this, There's a subscribe button, and there's a notification bell if you want to turn on notifications. I try to do this once a week minimum, sometimes more, but always at least once a week there'll be a new video up doing makeup on my mature face. I hope you guys have a great day, and let's talk soon. Bye.